what's up, Charlie?
Yeah, last night, I mean, same old with the Yankee bullpen. It's trash.
Well, you can't say it was trash. I mean, the 7th and 8th inning was shutout innings.
Like, particularly in Holmes.
Right.
I mean, he's not closer material. Like when Girardi's last year, they had Chapman, demoted for a couple of weeks, then brought him back. How come they can do that the same thing for this guy? Because they're costing games like no other. And believe me, and I can promise you, the Yankees will blow out 2-3 games in October, and that'll ultimately cost the end of the playoff run because this bullpen is absolutely, you need some bourbons and tequilas, man, because I cannot stand this bullpen, and especially Holmes. I mean, enough with the excuses from this manager. Get him off the closer for a plate.
But I agree. There's got to be a point that they're going to say, okay, that's it. But if you watch the postgame on Yes, did you really expect him to say he's terrible? I mean, I know that's what you want, but he's not going to do it. He's just not going to do it. It doesn't make sense for him to do it. You don't think he eats his heart out? Hey, the last game before the road trip, Holmes had to throw like 42 pitches. And now they ended up getting the final out and won the game. That was very close to a blown save, too, against Texas. So he has not pitched great. He has not pitched great in the second half. He was an all-star. So he's one of the better relievers in the game. So that does tell you that there aren't any Mariano Rivera's out there. I'm sorry, they're not.
And it's kind of a Yankee creation, right? This is not a guy that you went who was closing games for somebody else, and this isn't a hater or someone. So they created it, and it's not working out. But I thought that was a good point about, hey, maybe he doesn't do it for a week, and then he comes back and he refines it. But right now, I think you're going into the postseason, Michael, without any confidence at the closer position, and that's going to take confidence out of you making this team making a run.
Now think about it though. Not defending them. There's no way the Orioles go into the postseason feeling good about their closer. No way. The Guardians do. I think the Astros do with Hader.
Yeah. I think they
now,
do.
He had his bad time at the beginning of the year, but the guy has a track record of being a really good closer. In the National League, do you think the Phillies feel good about their closer?
I don't think anybody could feel really. It's not like the Mariano Rivera days. Like Diaz. Do I feel great about Diaz? I did back in the day, but how do I feel about him, Michael?
No, he's a thrill a minute. He isn't the same guy before he signed a big contract.
But you know what? I think they take the thrill a minute, but these are actual blown saves.
Yeah, it's not good.
This is not a high wire act, and you're like, I sweated that one out. No, you lost the game that you should have won. And let's not take away from the fact that they got only a couple of runs against.
Right.
Listen, he's a great pitcher, Michael, but he was out after 6.
Right.
And they didn't really do much offensively.
No, they didn't. They didn't do it for the entire series. They didn't do it for the entire series. The one game they won, they didn't score a lot.
I'm saying the whole road trip outside of the tack-on runs in that last game in Chicago, they weren't going crazy.
Absolutely. 1-800-919-3776. Joe in West Harrison. Joe.
Hey, guys. How are you this evening?
Well, good. How are you?
I'm all right. This is just so nauseating. It's the same formula for losing. I mean, Mike, do you remember back in the day, and it probably has no real similarities, but remember when Mendoza used to pitch for the Yankees and his big pitch was his sinker, and they used to say, they need to warm him up more in the bullpen so he gets tired, because the more tired the arm is, the better the ball sinks. I mean, it's different. He's a closer, and it's a lot of years ago. I don't know how they warm up anymore, but they have to, maybe if it's closed by committee, which I said, and what you said, do you put Cortez in the bullpen to be the lefty specialist? They have to fix it. This is just nauseating to watch. It's as bad as watching the Jet loss lately. It's nauseating. I don't even want to watch that damn game anymore.
Joe, it's hard to argue with you. Yesterday's game was a tough one to watch. I mean, you had the whole pomp and circumstance of the Little League. It was great. It was well done. All the players were great with the kids. And then you were going to come away with a 1-0 victory, go home, 4-2 on the road trip, and then get ready for a 3-game set against a really good Guardians team. And you have the bottom kicked out from under you. That's why the 9th inning is a different inning than the 7th and the 8th. So we can say, well, just have Tommy Kahnle close. Well, how would Tommy Kahnle handle it when there's no net? Because when you're pitching the 7th inning, there's a net. If you fall, there's a net. In the 9th inning, there's no net. So Holmes fell, and the team fell with him, and that's an excruciatingly tough loss. There's no other way to put it. Just a really, really, really tough loss. All right, we're going to recalibrate. Maybe Peter will also have some condensation, too.
Is that what you want?
Well, let's hear.
There's a hint of condensation, right? Like
No,
that's not the right word.
condescension.
Nice.
And you went right after him, too.
Well, what do you want me to let him do?
You could have just let it go like I was going to let it go.
You were going to let
condensation?
Yeah. No, you can't let that go.
Because he's a friend.
No, I respect him. If I didn't respect you, I'd let it go.
Yeah, I
I'd
guess.
go.
He jumped you.
You're right, but didn't come from any place of respect. It
I
came
agree.
from I want to embarrass you and belittle you and make you feel small.
Right at the beginning.
And he
of the show.
accomplished all three.
You felt. I could tell he felt terrible. He didn't feel good about things.
That's not true.
No, he didn't feel good. There's no way he could have felt good.
I did not.
I think he felt small and insignificant. That's what
that wasn't my goal.
Well, you know what? You achieved it though.
My goal was to have a funny moment, and I think we achieved that.
No, but that was part of your goal. But what you did came across as.
Let me hear it one more time.
Cruel.
Let me hear it again.
Here it is.
There's a hint of condensation, right? Like no, that's not the right word.
Condescension.
I mean, the way you said it.
Don, that wasn't even bad. I said nope, and then I gave him the right one.
No, but I had the right one. I just fished, and I caught pike. We talk extemporaneously, right? I mean, I would go back and say, can we do that again? But we're talking live.
I had your back.
But no, and you know what? And it will be perceived that he had my back. But knowing him, I know
no, he didn't.
that it came from a place.
Hey,
so not true.
A place of no respect.
If it was Michael, you would have known that. With me, you can actually maybe believe it was meant to be nice.
I always believe that Michael is looking to belittle.
Okay. With me, it depends.
You think I always try to belittle?
Yes,
of course.
No, I always
only because he knows you.
You've taught me for 23 years. Always go for good radio. Never belittle.
I know, but
I never correct you in real time when we're off the air. It's not my business if you mangle the language.
I'm trying to think now.
Never. Only on the air. I love you like a brother, a distant brother, but a brother.
Even that's hurtful. There's working with you, a 22-year distant brother.
Well, distant. We don't live together. We never lived together.
It's really the mailman's dad?
No. Oh, boy.
Or mailman's son? Are you saying that it was ill-gotten gain, ill-conceived, whatever you want to say? So you love me like a bastard brother is what you're saying.
I didn't. I said distant brother.
Well, distant. Why else would you? Why you're a good person. You wouldn't have a distant brother.
Here's what a distant brother would be. You're born. There's a divorce.
Right.
One of the parents takes you to California. I stay here in New York. We exchange emails every now and then. We're distant brothers.
Okay. But that's how you look at me? That we exchange emails every once in a while? We work every day together for 3.5 hours.
We've never lived together. That would be a close, sibling.
Yeah, but I guess.
But you guys are like siblings, though.
And what does this make Peter?
There's a hint of condensation, right? Like he won.
No,
that's not the right word.
Condescension.
No, here's the way I look at it. He's Terrell Owens on the Star.
Right.
That's what he was.
No, that is so not fair.
Yes.
I think
he scored and wanted to show everybody that he scored.
I think he's Randy Moss pulling his pants down. That's what I think it was.
That is a disgusting act.
That's what I think it was.
That's how you felt. Yeah.